Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hey.
So what's going on? What have you worked out so far?
Drugs are an amazing thing.
I'm slowly losing my grip, my tenuous grip
Yes.
on my sanity. My mind is starting to go, but it looks like we are in an alien spaceship, and we're about to get rich.
The best thing is every time I think about a gun, we come out of being in the aliens in a wedding. So when we go into a wedding, I think of a gun, and then we get out of that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And what else do we know?
When people start having sad tentacles, it's really bad.
Hopefully, I'm not attached to a table anymore.
Yes. Fantastic. Excellent. There are three aliens advancing on you with these plastic things that they
Do you
seem
have
intent
your weapon on you?
on doing stuff.
I don't believe I do.
Act.
What
Go for it.
I want to do is there any things attached to my head? Is there any wires or anything like that?
No wires attached to your head at
So how are
all.
they triggering the wedding hallucinations? What I want to know.
It's LSD, but I can't say that to you.
Well, I think we've been probed, to be honest.
Are you talking to me?
Hopefully.
Yeah, when you get off the table, like, oh, something else is connecting me.
Well, there's only one way to find out. What do you do?
Yes, well, I leap off the table, but I grab a hold of the side of the table
Because you're afraid you're going to fall through the ground.
Fall.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
feet do in fact make contact with a sort of a glass-like material.
Right. And is it Earth gravity? Is it?
You do feel like it's about 2/3 of Earth gravity. So you do, as you leap off the table, you sort of fly quite a lot more than you expected. Whoa! Grab the table and plonk. And you're like,
Right.
oh, that's kind of cool.
Right. So I want to launch myself over to the top of the nearest other table and
Excellent.
smack the button that is at the top of it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, the one I yelled.
Did you yell?
Yeah.
Oh, if only I could reach this button! Yes. Okay, excellent. I'll allow you to do that. Fantastic. Go do that. So that's Jenkins' table.
Alright, I come to.
The things fly off.
I've got an alien. Where am I? Like, what? Can you tell me what I?
So the two aliens are advancing on these two guys with these white sort of gun-like things, and the other alien is backing away from you, running towards maybe a little sort of thing like in this chrome thing that opened, which has another gun-like thing in there.
Okay.
Oh, so it's not a door.
No, it's like a hatch thing.
Right.
Well, like one of those little hatches you put the food through from the kitchen to the table when you're entertaining in the 50s.
I thought when you got prisoners and you dropped some food.
That's right, yeah, that's right.
You know when that happens.
Yeah,
That's right, yeah.
These are just fellow prison
So what
inmates.
Alright, so I'm released. Do
things
I
fly off.
collapse downwards? Or
You
when it's
start to
released?
slide down a little bit, but no, there's not that much.
Yeah, I
gravity.
scramble and try and hold
Grab
it. Have I
hold
still
it,
got
yeah,
my
that's right,
needle
you-
in my hand?
Huh?
Have I still got the needle
Yes,
in my hand?
you get a look
Of course
at
you do.
you get a look at this freaky see-through infinite drop thing.
Yeah.
Well, not infinite, just a hell of a long way, I guess it is. Yeah.
And I'm holding onto it?
Yep.
Alright, and what am I clothed in?
Your suit,
My
which is a
suit?
bit tattered and torn, but yeah, as if you've been running through a field like there's a few bits of corn and stuff sort of attached to the suit and things.
Corn? Fantastic.
Well, corn as in corn leaf. Kind of
It's-
thing.
Yeah, from when I was doing the crop circles.
The crop circles, right.
Excellent. So I'm climbing on here, and I would like to see if I can climb to the top of the table.
Excellent. So you pull up, yeah, where he is, and you're continuing to sort of fly past, I guess. In this, you've leapt across, I guess, kind of push
trying to
the button,
kind of
yeah.
grab the.
So
grab
he's
the top
there.
table.
You sort of come reasonably close to Wogel, Boris Smith.
I'll say thanks very much. I'm hallucinating and having a wedding. Is that the same thing you're having?
Yeah, I'm having the same thing.
They were after the codes. What were they again?
You know the launch codes, absolutely.
Are you talking about that 13-digit number that I happen to have on me? That's tattooed on a certain place, which I don't want to mention.
Fantastic. What do you do?
Um,
You're still attached.
this.
Mostly, aren't you?
Can I just go like this and tap, see if my weapon's on me?
You start patting yourself down.
Because of course they wouldn't know what the weapons are.
Yeah, of course you can.
Aliens are stupid.
Okay, so I've got my gun.
Yeah, you got your gun.
So I got one arm. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. Just like strapped everywhere except for a gun. I'm just like, bang, bang, bang.
Fantastic, give me 3 rolls. No one else asked if they had their guns today.
No. Yep. here.
Any of us could reach for our guns at that
I,
stage.
I got both my hands free. That was the first thing.
So I was just going bang, bang, bang. So
yeah,
one in each.
3 rolls, yeah.
I don't know if it's going to kill him or not. Second one, critical.
Oh,
Excellent. So the one that was going back to the cupboard explodes, which was John's.
Okay.
Jenkins' one, and then now you're shooting the one that's coming at where he was.
Yeah. So all
now
three here.
Give me damage against the 2 that you
Did it
only
crit?
just shot normally.
1 damage. 7 damage.
Okay, so the one that was going for Wogel sort of explodes out. A green gloop splatters on the nicely chromed walls and starts to
and
slide down.
it hits the floor and is.
Oh yeah, splatters all over the floor.
Okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
So the floor's
The
down.
floor's there. You noticed this actually, so you can see the floor's there for the first time, which has made you stop reeling.
Cool. Okay.
In fact, it's sort of created. If you're going to get more green gloop all over the floor, would you feel more comfortable because
Mission accepted.
That's right. Meanwhile, the one that you shot, who was going toward, he's dead. He's shot a little bit, and
The one I missed basically. No, I got him, but he didn't.
that's right. You dropped.
So I'm like one arm, like.
Okay, it was the one. Yeah, there was the one going for you that only got shot a little bit.
Alright.
Okay, it goes and shoots at you.
Good. Can I dodge?
7. You can dodge.
Yeah.
Go for a dodge. Absolutely.
You got a really low chance of doing it.
And I'm strapped in. I've got one arm, so I'm like. "Ah!"
You got a 16%.
Not the right. It's not the right.
Where's
dice.
dodge?
It's not the right dice.
No, it is, because it's a
100%
skill based.
No.
Oh, it's not. Oh, it's a D8.
Dodge 2 decks 16.
Okay. Oh,
So
no.
close, so close.
The laser, like a
Whoa,
light
laser.
flies out of this thing as it makes this sort of, hang on, I have the sound. This sort of noise
I've
hurtles
never heard
towards
that
you.
before ever.
You're momentarily blinded by this flash of light that fills, and 6 hit points
Holy shit.
burn off you.
Ow.
Ah!
Got to get me one of those.
Forrest
Yeah.
is lit up as sort of, his suit, his beautiful black suit is torn away, and you see red raw
American
skin
made.
on his left hand side, glows brightly. Wogel, what do you do?
So there is a guy going towards the thing.
There's a guy. No, he's dead. He's dead. The only one who's still standing in the room is the one that was coming to you, who got shot a little bit by Smith.
Okay. I'm
just-
going to try and pull out my gun.
Yeah, you find your gun
I
there.
find my gun. All right. I'm gonna shoot him twice.
Excellent.
What gun do you have?
Shoot him once first.
9mm revolver. 36. Yes.
Yes.
Those dice.
Yes, they're Cthulhu dice, man.
They're whatever you want it to be. Make a sand roll every time you try to roll.
And 68. So the second one does not hit.
Okay, so you fire 2 bullets. Yep.
Yeah. And they do D10.
Holy moly.
9 points of damage.
Nice.
So
Boom.
the second bullet doesn't actually make contact because it actually flies through the void that's in the middle of him as he slowly crumples to the floor.
Oh, nice.
And chings off the chrome.
There we go.
And so pshung, pshung, and across the sort of plasticky floor. It's a weird sort of plastic.
Plastic.
Yeah, well, it's not glass.
What's
Yeah.
plastic?
Yeah, it's sort of a.
90 feet? No,
I'd
like,
like to drop down to the goo, onto the ground.
Yep.
And I'd like to reach and grab one of those weird tube laser light torch things.
Yep.
On
Yes.
the corpse
Excellent.
next to where I was
Excellent.
at.
You do. You're sort of slipping on this clear
And I'm
material.
going to
Yep.
grab it.
Yep.
Don't
And then
point
I'm-
that thing at me.
And then I'm going to check the body for an ID card.
For an ID card. Excellent. Yeah. So you look.
I'm looking for a
uh,
license. Yeah, I got to go by the book. I want to check to see who this individual is.
Excellent. You do find a little slip with all these weird sort of figures and curves and sorts of things written on them. They actually look like letters. You can see letters.
Cool. Is
Some
there a
of
little
the
apple
letters.
symbol with a bite taken out?
I think. Yes.
That's going to give me an idea for later. That'll be awesome. Alright, I'll put it away.
Excellent.
I'm going to be like,
What do
let
you
me
do?
down. I've just got blood like pouring out of me where the laser hit me.
Well, no, that was all kind of crackled and burnt.
My one arm's out with a gun like, I can get over there behind me.
You still haven't seen the ground, have you?
No.
No, yes, so I'll go and press his button.
Ka-ching! The straps
I'll
fly
ring
off.
your bell.
And then I go along and stand and jump down. Then I look around.
As
Then I
you're
look-
about to land on the ground, you look down and just see the floor isn't there.
and just gotta
Scream.
And then you hit the floor and sort of crumple onto the ground.
and I'm like, it's okay.
And then you leap up again, hit the ceiling.
Yeah, good. Whoa, crang, oh, crash, yes.
No. Yeah. So I'm like, what is happening?
I don't know.
We're-
Sorry.
We're on some kind of... Don't point that thing. It's a-
Is there a panel or something like that the aliens are touching a lot?
The thing up on the wall. Yeah,
I'm gonna try and touch.
section of
I'm just gonna basically go like this a lot and try and touch things. Other things that can be touched.
Yeah. There's sort of various different figures and numbers.
I'm just gonna basically randomly wipe lots of stuff.
If anybody
Yeah.
knew linguistics or language,
Can I make a?
This little pop-up pops up, yeah?
Can I make an idea roll or a knowledge roll to see if I can work out anything?
Yeah, great idea. Yep, cool. Computer science as well, maybe?
Yeah,
It's a
computer
bit like
science.
it seems to be some sort of interface by which you can communicate with the machine. and the
Yeah, I
machine can-
easily did it. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay.
Not that it's like critical success, but I did
The
it.
first thing that pops up says, "Are you sure you want to delete these files?"
Yes.
Always say yes. That's what they taught me.
You see various little things going.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's Windows 95.
And you hear this little
Ooh, futuristic.
noise. Yes, you see a little pop-up then pops up and says,
Is it a paperclip?
you see attack defense, computer attack defense systems disabled, full access now granted to launch codes.
To launch codes.
So,
I'm gonna explain.
have they
I'm
hacked
seeing
into
this
our...
kind of stuff. I'm seeing launch codes. I'm seeing a way to
Well,
make
they've
them-
hacked into our system, right? This is Earth's.
This may be our
defense.
chance to be able to take
Can I just go like
commies
this?
in Russia.
I'm just going to go along and just to make sure I'm going to really think and look at my hand and see if I can put my gun away and see if I can get another gun to see if I'm in another dream. Just go like,
Okay,
Wait,
good.
it's been a little tough.
Give me an idea roll.
yep.
Another gun doesn't appear, and that's a bit crazy to be frank.
I'd like to see. I'd like to see if I can aim missiles towards my general direction and work out where this spaceship thing is.
Okay, so you're going to try and access the system.
To try and see if I can point the missiles.
Well,
at us.
there's actually a pop-up that says, "Would you like to see the launch code?"
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So you hit OK, and there's this bing, a little smiley face in the corner of it. You know.
You're really good at describing alien technology.
I feel like I'm light using.
I feel like
And in large bold writing it says launch code, and beneath it is a 13 number numerical, a 13 numerals.
Can I?
sequence.
Well, I'd like to open up another window, which
Yeah.
maybe points the thing rather than before the launch code happens.
Hold on.
Okay. Would you like to know what it says?
Yes.
can I just take a photo? Because
And then
I've got
hold on.
photography as one of my skills. Can I?
What are you take a photo with?
Of the no, like I got a little camera,
Spy camera.
spy camera.
Oh, okay.
So,
bomb.
You do take a photo.
no, but I'm taking it without anybody looking. I'm just gonna.
You might need to develop that, of course, later.
Yeah.
Just by and by. I mean, it. I mean, well, you have to try and remember. You can take a photo of it, obviously, but the launch code is 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1.
Cool. I write that down.
You write that down.
I wrote that down.
I guess you have a notepad, don't you?
Yeah.
So you know that.
Can I run, hop, jump in the low gravity
Yeah,
over
yeah.
to the
Crouch
thing
jumping. Bunny hopping.
where the guy was going?
Yeah, the little cupboard thing where
Little
there's another
cupboard
one of these plastic, sort of light ray fire things.
Yes,
yeah, like
and
a ray gun.
And I'll take.
Let's call it a ray gun.
Ray
Let's
gun.
call it a
Ray gun.
Ray gun.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think it's going to catch on, but
No, yeah, just for us. Just for us.
just for us, for our personal sake.
Excellent.
So, is there a trigger mechanism, or is
Yeah,
there
yeah.
some kind of? How do I shoot this damn?
That's right.
Yeah, there's a hole.
times.
You hear this. It's just like,
Give me a roll of sort of 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. 6 will shoot him.
Oh. 5.
5. Okay. Good. So 5 bounces off
Love
the corner.
having other players kill each other. Don't you? Just love it.
Oh, it's
you have
so So it appears to be like a contact point on the inside of the handle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to grab one of them as well.
You grab one as well. Excellent. At that moment,
And I take a photo of the creatures on the ground. I'm like,
the world
"Ching."
goes dim and seems to reel in your heads, and suddenly you're in the church on this beautiful.
Oh, guys, we
beautiful
made it.
day.
We're safe. Oh, thank goodness.
I hope this goes better than the last time.
We are gathered here today.
I'm just gun. I'm just like guns, and I'm like, chingu.
Give me an idea roll, Mr. Gun Producer. The bride arrives at the front of the church.
No, I'm grabbing the bride.
Grabbing the bride.
I'm holding a whatever the thing was to her head.
Give me an idea roll to see if you can have one of these guns.
Okay, 97. I do not.
I got 91.
Okay, so you both like you sort of grab your daughter, and she's like, "Oh, daddy, daddy," and you're sort of like, "Yeah."
I look like I've got a big like poo. I'm like,
Some of the wife, the other side of the family is sort of looking a bit suspiciously at you. So you arrive at the front. We are gathered here today in the sight of God.
I'd like to start concentrating as that happens,
Yeah.
and I'd like to change this room into an alien spaceship.
Excellent. Give me an ideas roll.
No! 3!
Can I just say, what's your idea? 90,
90.
right? Yours is 80, mine's 85. We've all failed our ideas
That's
rolls.
Yeah.
exceptional.
That's hilarious. That would have been a good thing to do.
Good. Who brings this woman to be married to this man?
I just go along and look at his tentacles, at the parts of his tentacles.
There are no tentacles. That's a bit
What are you
weird.
talking about?
I've prepared for this day for weeks. This is a lovely day.
Yeah.
I throw my daughter down and I say,
I do.
"You'll never take me alive, you goddamn slimy sons of bitches!"
Stop! You have absolutely nothing to tell me.
It's like Nam veterans. Kind of like, it's a moment where Grandpa's flipping out.
Yeah. Numb before numb.
Yeah, Nam before Nam.
You don't have any launch codes? At which point he turns into an alien, as does the entire rest of the congregation all in one go. And you have one chance to do something before you're torn to shreds.
I'm going
Again.
to. Yes, I don't want to die again. I'm going to run towards the back of the church and try and leg it.
Escape out the door.
Escape out the.
Excellent, good. What are you going to do? You
I'm going to pull out the hymn book, and I'm going to imagine that that's the Apple screen that I've been looking at.
Excellent. Ideas roll.
Come on. Yes.
You see appearing. It says launch code 1 2 3 1 2 3
say-
1 2 3 1 2 3 1. Yeah.
I'm going to say, I'm going to aim these missiles at your spaceship if you don't cease and desist right now.
Yeah. What do you do?
And return to your original plane of dimension or nearby.
And wipe my mind of whatever anal probing you just did.
I'm just now trying to imagine myself being on the spaceship again.
Excellent ideas.
Freaking mathematically, I have better.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Just imagining
You
myself.
see him pop out of existence,
Right?
which is a bit strange. Although no more strange, I think, is the entire congregation having
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Roll sanity. Disappeared.
three of them attack you, and they hit, and they hit, and they hit.
Because he's gonna die.
3 and 5 and 8 damage. Just so they all attack.
That was enough.
Then you're like,
Was I back up to full hit points?
you were up to full hit points.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm back down to 7. All right.
They're now attached to you.
3, then 5, then 8 damage?
Yeah.
3,
So,
5,
isn't that
3.
16.
So
2 then 3 then 8. Is it right?
yeah, 16
Yeah,
damage
yeah.
all told.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
dead.
Again.
It's dead again.
this strange but familiar sound echoes.
Sanity roll. Sanity
That's
roll.
right. Sanity roll.
Here we go.
Or is he getting used to it?
Oh, no.
Not made the
Oh no! Well, it's not so shocking this time, don't you, Frank? So it's only 1d4. 1.
that's alright.
Where were you? You. That's right. You're looking at your apple thing. The priest attacks you and hits, causing 2 Meanwhile, the floorboards, which run perpendicular to the corridor, start to fall away one by one and drop into oblivion, and the pews start falling away. What do you disappear?
Oh, what happens when?
Hang on, is it my turn? Whose turn is it? Where are we
It's
going?
now your turn that you're dead, and you have one more turn before.
Now that I've got an anchor into reality,
Yep.
then I'm going to see if I can expand from that into
Excellent,
the
go
alien
for it.
spaceship.
Nice.
I'll give you a -5 on this roll. Yeah, so it's as an advantage.
Yeah,
So you pop out of existence as well.
we're all back.
Suddenly you're back
Some
in
of
the
us
room.
slightly more.
Right.
You're starting. What about you doing?
No chiropractor's going to be able to get that crack out of you now.
Excellent, you're back on the alien ship.
Okay. We need to find. I mean, you're welcome to do what you want with the launch codes, but I really think we should get out of here.
This doesn't look like a system where you'd be able to aim any guns or space lasers or anything like that. Or
We could start the next war. We could send those missiles over to Russia. In our
Or we
hands,
could-
we have the power.
Or we could just save the world and stop the aliens.
I'm with Boris here. For a Russian, he speaks a lot of sense. Don't press that button, Reagan.
Oh, where did I go? Where did I go in that moment? Oh, I'm back.
Can I check? I'm checking the other guys to see if they have any like injuries or marks around their head.
What are the launch codes that the three of you have?
I'm not
Tell you that.
I mean, what do you know?
That's a very clever. Oh, it's clever.
so-
Oh, it was out of game. Oh.
Do you know what the three of them are? Like, do you know who the three of you are?
You're going to be my father-in-law.
Right.
He's not your father-in-law though. He's
No,
definitely.
Derek isn't actually.
No, he isn't. In fact,
No, but he's-
neither of you ever met Boris before. Because
Yeah.
they always keep the sorts of agents you are. They always keep you separated geographically in a large way. Absolutely, you don't want
Thank
those
God.
sorts of 3 pieces of information coming through.
Yeah.
Oh, so we never met each other.
You've never met each other before, no, and certainly never experienced a wedding before.
Right.
Hi, I'm Jeremiah Jenkins.
Agent Vogel.
I'm an
Nice to
agent
meet
too.
I'm Agent Smith.
Are you with the agency?
Yeah, are you with the agency?
Well, you didn't do the.
Well,
Oh yeah, I'm with the agency.
right.
Same here.
Wait, what?
You're Russian though, right?
No, I'm from Texas.
Oh.
I have just a
Small
very
town.
unique accent.
All right. Well,
So they're after your launch codes as well?
yeah. This is what they've.
And what are your ones?
I think perhaps we all have vital pieces of information, and we should try to get back to Earth as soon as
The
possible.
launch codes you have are the three codes that are required. There are various trios around the
Except
world.
I wasn't told to write any down.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
My launch codes. A
I
Z
wonder why
code.
they give it to him.
Sorry, you need to write down a series of 5 of the symbols that go across the top of a keyboard.
Oh.
Asterisks and things like that.
It's a swear word.
That's
Your
right.
launch code is a swear word.
Hashtag
You will know it's kind of a bit shocking that the three of you together, and should you ever fall into the Russians' hands, then they could use these launch codes to control the US nuclear arsenal.
Yes.
And should anyone come into possession of
Yes,
these 3 launch
US.
codes together, they would be able to send US nuclear weapons towards Russia, and of course Russia would reciprocate immediately with its own horde of weapons, and the humans would be annihilated, and the major powers in the world would be compromised.
It would be mutually assured destruction.
That's right.
That's madness.
Especially if there was anyone else who was on the verge, ready to attack as well.
And what if they've got Russians up here too?
Yeah.
Right.
What if they did, eh?
But they
And where would they be?
Could you speak up? I'm kind of deaf.
So we seem to have stumbled upon some elaborate plot to kill everybody on the Earth and leave it fresh for the taking for these guys.
After you guys, I think we found aliens.
By the way,
By the way, conflict aside, this is pretty strange. I suggest we get my behind back down there because we are very high up.
well, if you can get through the glassy thing, you could get down.
How do we know these aliens don't want the missile codes to be able to stop all wars on the Earth?
Because they came across the galaxy.
I've read a lot of science fiction, and the aliens never want to stop war on Earth. I gotta tell
H.G.
you.
Wells.
Yeah, it's never a good thing.
Can I just check to see if the guys have any injuries or damages to their head in any way, like cuts, bruises,
These guys?
insertion?
Well, this guy looks like he's been bolting through
I've got like a big cut to my
Yeah,
side.
like
don't
he's
I?
been bolting through cornfields. He's got all bits of sort of
Yeah, but I'm checking.
plant matter attached to him. Where were you abducted?
I was abducted from my home, so yeah, they came in through the back door.
You actually still have your little apron on.
My smoking
Just
jacket.
smoking.
Yeah, my smoking jacket. Okay.
And where were you abducted?
From my hometown of Texas.
Little Rock.
What were you doing at the moment when you?
What was I doing in a
Normal American things.
hot
You
dog?
actually-
I was barbecuing on 4th of July.
I was celebrating my freedom and independence.
You were taking part in one of those fairs. You actually have quite a lot of fairy floss on your jacket and stuff like that. So
Yes.
Right.
You know you don't roll in substances that you have to be near.
But you do remember that you were at all these different places. I mean, you ran for your life quite successfully.
Yeah, from my computer thing in the city.
That's
all
right.
out to the cornfields.
Maybe you're off duty. I don't know. Not
I'm
for
a
me to
farmer.
explain.
Can I? So do I see any injuries to their neck, head, shoulders? Oh, and when I look at where we were being held, was there any like hole behind the head
No.
on the actual pad? So they were just
No.
flat. There was no way that they.
No, they don't seem to have been probed or well, apart from having things stabbed into them. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we need to get off this whatever this
We need
thing
to-
is.
we need to
This
ensure we
aeroplane. This aeroplane.
Well, why do we? This is definitely some kind of spaceship.
That's right, comrade.
But I think the
Space.
more important thing is how do we stop ourselves from regressing back into the wedding fantasy again?
We should tear down the computers in here.
I'm going to do
Stop
spot
any
hidden.
kind of gas that might be coming through.
Could I spot hidden on any of the walls? See if there's like a doorway or
That's
something
what I
like that.
want to do. Yeah.
Yep. Good. Everyone getting spot hidden.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Yep. So you do see a section of the wall that seems to have a so it's a curved wall, from the top of the thing to the bottom of the thing. Really fancy design, and there's this sort of outlined shape.
Is it minimalist
I
in
love-
design?
It is minimalist.
I love to save budget. We're all thinking about it in our mind.
That's right.
And we don't have this a model or budget constraints.
So
So yeah,
we
you
could
could spot
agree-
a door. Maybe or something that looks like it could slide out of place.
Is there any kind of
automatic glass?
is there a
doors,
lock or anything on it? Like
s-
etched into the side of it, like small little buttons.
give me a spot hidden. See if you can.
like a home screen.
if we could perhaps agree on some kind of code word,
Nope.
something that would when we said it, it would trigger us to come back to this reality.
Let's use the agency.
Yeah. I was thinking pineapple myself, but agency is good.
What about both? What about pineapple
Pineapple
agency? The pineapple agency.
What about to make sure that nobody loses all the codes? We tell each other the codes we already know.
Can I make an idea
Yeah.
roll to see if that would be a smart idea?
Okay, do.
Okay, dude.
If you fail,
I succeed.
I succeed.
you think that's probably a fairly bad idea since the whole arrangement is designed so that.
Yeah.
I think even uttering the numbers or codes or whatever they are, pictures out loud might be a bad thing.
What's the code? A picture of a cat going like.
You notice next to
We
the
invent
door.
Hello Kitty. That's what we do.
Write it down.
Who was spotting on the door for a way of opening? Okay, so you notice there's like a circle and then a larger circle around it, and sort of like a bit where you could maybe run your finger around the outside of the circle.
Oh, nice.
Can I do
grab
a
one of
lock?
the alien's hands and do it?
Okay, good. As in you saw it off, you drag the alien along with it.
I beam.
Yeah.
Yeah, beam it off. With my what are we calling these things?
Yeah.
Ray
Ray
guns.
guns.
Ray guns.
Ray guns.
Good, and you
Named after my friend Ray.
Ray
sort
guns.
of, you sort of
You put your hand in there and he's.
Ah.
Maybe they do that where you're from.
Texas. I'm from Texas. Everybody knows that. My name's
you
Smith.
sort of play around for a bit you try to push the middle section, and then you sort of go round and round. There's this little noise.
Octodad kind of stuff.
That's right. Like the. You think it'd be a nice way to sort of control sort of access features on a device, sort of in a futuristic device, sort of circular action. And
Like the old iPod
Yes,
symbol.
that's where he's going with it.
Yeah,
The iPod.
And there's this noise, and
We got sucked into space.
that's right.
And our new clones come in.
Good game.
and this section of the wall pops backwards and then slides off to the side.
Nice.
And there's like another sort of almost completely circular corridor, cylindrical corridor on the other side.
All right. Our agency training kicks in, and we all start covering the corridor.
Music starts.
Excellent.
Dun, dun, dun. Copyright. Dun, dun,
Ooh.
Yeah, this is good.
I pull out both pistol and ray gun.
Excellent.
Uh-huh.
Double.
Reagan.
I could stand that a little louder.
I shall turn it up a bit.
Excellent.
What do you do?
In 2x2 cover formation.
Excellent.
2 by 2 with 3 people. I'm covering myself with 2 guns.
We start to advance down
Excellent.
the corridor.
Corridor, I guess it's a
right?
corridor. It's
Right.
obviously maybe some sort of hospital
Tube.
ship or
Let's
something.
call it a tube.
It's terribly clean.
Yes.
An eye tube.
Yes. If you find like a small tube, you can think of like a guy's name to represent that it's a small tube, like Andrew or Jeffrey or something.
Jeffrey
Jeffrey
Tube,
Jeffrey
yep.
That'd be a really weird thing to do. I don't know why they do that. But sure, you come across.
Will I take my trusty gun, Ray,
Yep.
and I'm ready to shoot anything that even remotely looks like a tentacle.
Or a wedding party.
Or a wedding party. That's right. Good. You're making your way around this sort of gradually curved tube, and in fact, you do. This red-suited creature. They're quite tall. Comes around the corner. They're flippity floppity, and I'll just give you a shot at them straight away.
86. So no.
No. What about anyone else?
Oh, do I have a ray gun skill? Is what?
Well, it'll be the same as your handgun.
Same as my handgun?
Absolutely. It sort of feels like a handgun, yeah.
This creature looks not like the ones we've encountered.
Just a different coloured suit.
A different colour
It's
suit.
a red
suit.
Red, that's right, yeah.
Red, I see red. And I'm going to pull out my Reagan, and I'm going
Reagan. You Reagan
after the man himself. Wait, wait, what time are we in? Wait a second.
Is he? I think he's an actor at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Either way.
And I'm going to aim at and blow his tentacled head off.
Excellent, go for it.
Or not, probably. No, I don't.
Missing? Oh my gosh!
I look at these two fools, pull out both my guns, fire 3 bullets with my 32, and fire the ray
Your
gun.
acoustic gun.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good. Go for it.
No,
Here.
that's how it's done.
Nice.
That's my ray gun. Here's my handgun. Here.
Whoa, not here.
No, here.
93?
75.
But you rolled 93.
Oh, I thought that was 60. Like that.
It's like, I'm going to double check all these rolls.
And the second and the last one, no. So hit him twice.
You hit him twice, so draw some damage.
How much does a ray gun do?
He's got a red suit on, so he only has
3.
one hit point.
So
He's a red suit. It's a red shirt.
I love it.
And he screams as well. Oh, dude.
Can't wait till
I
we
have
meet
no mouth,
certain
but I
types of
must
people.
scream.
This is illogical. Why are you attacking us?
You hear like an alarm sort of sound go off. I'm sure I had an alarm somewhere.
You do.
That's not an alarm. That is an alarm. Where's the alarm? I don't know.
That does sound like an alien alarm.
It sounds like a digital.
It's an incredibly
It is.
persistent.
Let's just call that the alarm. You hear this boop, 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 start. And you
Alright.
continue down the corridor,
Yes.
past the collapsed corpse of the 4 red
I look at
suited
these
aliens.
guys, I'm like, next time, you have to hit them.
All right.
That wasn't part of my training.
Thank you for the advice. Maybe we're stormtroopers. Maybe
Let's
that's
aim
why we
at
can't.
you. Let me see if this works properly.
Show me.
No, at least.
Tell me the codes before you die.
You keep running down the corridor. You
Yep.
come to another one of these doors, which is actually sitting open, and above the the door is this alien script. Does anyone want to try and read it in some way?
Sure.
What are we talking, like Shakespeare?
I know Russian.
You know Russian.
Yeah.
It is a bit sort of Russian-like.
So do
How
I.
do you know Russian?
Training. Agency training.
Give me a language
I
check or
went to
whatever.
Russian school in Texas. A language. So 005. So a critical
Fantastic.
success.
Oh, good job.
You've picked it up, Professor.
Yeah.
It says library.
It's Call of Cthulhu now. Well, maybe it wasn't before, we don't know. It is now Call of Cthulhu.
Well, books are my thing.
I can't read this stuff. What does it say?
Well, it says library. I don't know what.
Does it say library or library?
Library.
It says library.
You would know it. Why would you know?
I read much books back in my hometown of Texas.
I read pop-up books. He's good.
Yeah, he's good.
I'm going in.
Yeah.
You step in. There's this
Will,
tall, sort of old, crinkly-looking version of an alien.
Yeah.
He goes.
You're the only
Hey,
Nigel.
So
could you help us find the book?
Speak American.
take us to your leader.
I'm gonna shoot off like one of those legs.
Excellent. Shoot off one of his legs.
Yeah.
Give me a shot.
It's got plenty more.
Yeah, yeah.
Excellent.
I said, speak American.
It's nice here that the green glue is actually making the clear floor.
Oh, it's still
clear. Yeah, all the floor is clear everywhere. Absolutely.
Right.
Which is a little off-putting, to be frank. Actually, the roof
Or
is,
off-footing?
the roof, which you thought maybe was dark, is actually clear as well.
Oh.
So it's the sort of the darkness of space. In fact, this ship would almost, viewed from below, would almost be completely invisible,
Oh,
just because it's see-through.
how long have they been above us, looking down on us,
glad
judging us?
Glad I'm not wearing a dress.
Nigel the alien attacks. Attacks.
Oh, I'm just gonna shoot the crap out of it.
Nemesis.
I'm like this.
Attacks you, hitting with his
Is
tentacles.
he throwing books?
He's sort of lunged forward.
Light books?
No, just his tentacles.
Oh, okay.
And they attach on. Well, we'll see how they attach. 2 hit points. And they've ripped onto his head, which of course is a little
I
bit
think
of
it's
a
the fact that
worry.
they need to fight together. And we should just go have a look.
Yeah, you guys go start looking at books.
It might be some kind of mind meld thing.
It's a
but It
library.
also might be him trying to rip his head off. I don't know.
No, I feel like this is okay.
What do you do?
I say, prepare to become calamari, you son of a bitch.
Fantastic.
80, so I
How do you
miss.
read that?
Oh my gosh.
And that's the
I think the
Cthulhu.
light's reflecting off.
So he shoots wide and left to avoid hurting you.
Yeah.
I'm so ready. Go.
So your turn.
Yeah, I'm going to put my Reagan right against the head of this thing.
Excellent.
And I'm going to
Central mass.
central mass.
I'll tell you something about your shot, which you notice in a minute.
I miss.
You miss.
Alright.
What do I notice apart from missing?
So his shot actually went flying off, bounces off one of the curved walls, and hits this little section on the wall, and there's this ching noise, and a little screw pops, ding, 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 and falls on the ground. Your shot does a similar thing and hits the other side of this little this sort of hatch section.
Coincidence.
And this little hatch pops open, choo, clang, clang, and falls to the ground. And there's a little hole up above, sort of high, up
Into
above
what?
the desk. I don't know. At the moment, you have more
Can I just say visually, glass everything.
Glass floor, chrome walls,
Chrome
curved
walls?
up. Yeah.
Cool.
Glass ceiling. So then everything, you know, and then so there's a desk section, you know, where you can obviously
So,
check your
yeah,
books
chrome
out.
walls, yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Excellent, okay.
I love that it's good. Yeah, you go in there and there's books on
And
the
there's
wall.
rows of that's right.
And there's
So
freaking
there are
library.
rows of books and
Yeah,
chairs
absolutely,
and
yeah.
desks.
Yeah, they're sort of these. They look like books. They're kind of more sort of sort of thin, sort of
Like this?
Melbourne. Yeah, sort of like that. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
exactly
sort of
like
slots
this
in.
kind of
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, yeah.
Does it have the symbol of the
It
ship?
does. It does. Yeah. It
The
has-
symbol of the ship.
Yeah, the ship symbol, which is this round sort of thing. Yeah. Presumably that's the jet coming out the back or something.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's right.
Fantastic.
All right. I go along and say.
This is attached to your head. It's about to tear
Yeah, I
your head
know.
off. If I roll this, it could end very badly.
I go like this. I've got 2 guns
Excellent, you do.
that I have pulled out,
You
and I
do.
go along, and go, put it to his chin on
Uh-huh.
both sides, in between all the tentacles, facing inwards,
Excellent.
and go. No returns on these books.
That's going to give him a bonus.
Yes.
Surely that's giving him a
Minus
bonus.
20 off this roll.
Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, he needs
Yeah.
to.
He needed to.
The ray gun
If I had
hits,
said minus 5, he wouldn't have hit.
Yeah.
hits with the first, second.
He can't shoot 3
Oh,
times in a row.
second.
So give
What
me the
happens
first.
is, you shoot with the ray gun,
And
and
then-
then, it's
then
the
the-
whole round, yeah.
Okay, cool. Anyway, so I hit with the
How
ray
much
gun.
damage do you do with the ray gun?
Well, how much damage does the ray gun
The ray
do?
guns do 1d8.
Oh.
Advanced species, and they do 1d8.
The same
Because it
thing.
works both ways.
3. Because he's rolling d20s.
He's rolling d20s in the imaginary world.
Three to the forehead.
One shot fires off through him, and
Bombardized.
green glue splatters, but it's well, you did aim it right through the yeah, it's right.
It's like this.
Where is its brain?
Well, yeah, its brain certainly isn't its head. You know, it's not in the tentacles.
No.
He goes, ooh!
You have blown off half of its tentacles, though, which maybe they start sort of down here somewhere. And
The
sort of-
thing's grabbing. The thing's grabbing me.
Yeah, the thing's grabbing you. So I'll give him a plus 10 on this roll. Whoa! Critical failure.
And that's higher than a critical fail.
106. so it goes to try and twist your head off.
And it twists its own head off.
Yes. Rob, give me 1d8 damage
Twist its own.
Oh,
because he shot through the neck.
6.
Yeah. So absolutely, these tentacles go. But instead of so its tentacles have
Yeah,
torque,
this makes sense, yeah,
have,
go.
Go on.
torque on your head, and they twist. You know,
But they
expecting to
break
pull
at the
you,
bottom.
But they break at the bottom. Yeah. And then these tentacles are flailing. And
that happened to me the other day. It's really painful.
yeah. You should see a physio about that,
Yeah.
because that's bad news.
You've got
the
this.
body slumps to the ground.
You keep cracking your neck. Oh.
Meanwhile, Meanwhile, what? What do you do?
Well, I'm going to go and check out this hole in the wall.
Excellent.
Yes. Is it a tube thing?
It's kind of like a little hidden compartment.
Right.
And you reach up into it, and you pull out sort of a device like this. It's sort of this piece of plastic with a sort of glassy surface on one side.
All right. So
How many figures were in your word?
6.
6, yeah.
By the way, I look at him and go, story over.
Story. Excellent.
all right.
Yeah, so there's this plastic device with sort of what looks similar to the computers that head up on the wall.
Yeah,
I'll take a look and see what I can do.
This looks like your
Yeah.
realm.
Let me just. How does it work? Oh!
Whoa!
How does it do that? Yeah.
Point the gun at it.
Pour at it like you've become an expert, of course. With,
Yeah.
the new interface
I mean,
thing.
with certain devices, it just doesn't take a genius to work
Absolutely,
it out.
yeah. Well, certain
all
devices
these-
are
as you show with an intelligence.
so intuitive to use. That's right. Absolutely. These it goes boom, doo, 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 and
If we don't get sponsored by Apple from this game, I'm gonna be really
this sort
disappointed.
of glowing circle appears, and then up pops boom, these alien letters again. Would you like to try and read them?
Sure.
You're a lot
Another
more
roll,
familiar.
or-
I'll give you a minus 10 off the numbers that you roll.
So 46 to 36. So yeah.
You succeed. It says in Alien launch code 2, and it says password PASSWO. At that
What
moment,
does password mean?
Some kind of alien code word.
at that moment, you're at your wedding, which you've been looking forward to for many a year.
Agency pineapples.
We need to roll. We need to roll to see if we can remember this.
Well, welcome.
I'm having second thoughts about this marriage, guys. I'm not sure I want to go through with it. I mean, she's great and all, but
But she keeps getting my head ripped off its shoulders, and I'm just not down
I'm
with
not
that.
sure if it's what I want to commit to long term.
She has family issues. She keeps killing her dad.
The bride arrives at the altar.
Looking beautiful as ever.
The priest is looking even more nervous than last time. She's sweating. Several of the groomsmen
I'm
are
just like-
shifting uncomfortably.
Yeah.
Staring.
I'm like,
I'm trying to bring up the gun as well.
I'm
The
holding,
great gun.
I'm double handing, like going,
The priest
Do we
says,
make rolls to
"We
see if
are
we-
gathered here today in the sight of God, and in the face of launch codes, to join together, give me, in holy matrimony, which is an
Matrimony?
honorable state for the agency. Who brings this woman to be married to this man?" He looks very, very hopefully at you.
Pineapple agency?
It's Groundhog Day. Again?
That must be.
I try to imagine up the. I'm not going to give him the launch codes, right? Even though he wants me to give him the launch codes. I don't
Yeah.
want to
Can
give
we
him
make
the
idea rolls to see if we can remember
Yes.
Pineapple Agency?
Yeah, give me ID rolls.
18.
I succeed.
I
So
succeed.
you had a big success?
Yeah.
So, you've got a launch code, which is your US missile defense system
Yeah.
launch code, right? Okay, good. And you also now know another launch code.
Password.
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 Right.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
You just say that. You see, the priest suddenly smiles and says, "Yes, yes, and do you have the rings?" You just feel the sort of the church start to sort of twist a little bit. Give me an idea roll to make the gun appear.
Yep!
Yes.
2 of them!
The gun appears.
Here's my
No,
password.
no.
Oh, whoops.
Do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded husband?
Can I picture myself at all? Can I do anything?
Yeah, absolutely. What
I
you
do.
You do. No. Do you?
Oh, no, sorry. I was thinking of something else.
He's a man of. She's a woman of letters. Ah,
Yeah.
Oh.
ah,
Oh.
ah. You see this-
Now I know this one.
You see this tentacle start to pop out the side of his head.
But your password is numbers.
How did you know that?
Sorry.
One of the groomsmen turns into an alien.
I look at him and go,
But what do you do? He's there sort of struggling as reality starts to sort of twist and
I look
stretch.
over at the father of the bride. No. I'm gonna try and pull out my ray gun. I'm trying to.
Okay,
picture.
imagine your ray gun.
Yep. Which I don't.
You don't. You try to imagine
you go
your
like
ray
this!
gun.
Oop! Oh!
Oh, wrong hand.
Nothing. Good. Okay. Yep. Your turn.
I walk up to the priest, hold a gun to his head, and say, "Why do you need to know? Why do you need to know?"
Defense of America. He turns into an alien and attacks you.
Defense of America.
Missing. He misses you. You can obviously fire at him. Where's my ghoul battle?
Boom!
Well, zap.
I've got this
Yeah, the-
ray gun on the left.
You zap? Absolutely. Go
Strangely
for
enough,
it.
the revolver is actually does more damage.
Yeah, then the
Shoots three
freaking
times,
ray.
whereas the, like,
Yeah.
the-
Oh, no,
1d8,
look,
1d8 for the ray gun.
no, it's a.
Yeah, 28.
Yeah.
Hey.
He blows up. Fantastic. I'll give you a turn.
I'm trying to imagine the ray gun.
Trying to imagine the ray gun. Imagine the
Yeah.
ray gun for me. Absolutely.
Yes.
You're getting good at this. It appears beautifully in your hand.
And I set it to maximum setting.
Oh yeah, there's
And
a
go to
tile.
town.
Oh, right.
now doing 1d10.
Just
No,
go to town on
Absolutely.
anybody.
More and more of
around.
the congregation are turning into aliens.
All right. Yeah, I shoot. Do I get to shoot one of them? Or?
Yes, go for it.
Yep. All right. I successfully shoot one of them. What does it do? 1d10.
1d10. They have 60 points.
5.
5. It was coming together. Excellent. Your turn.
Yeah, I like to imagine
Yeah.
there is no aliens. I succeed, and I'm going to hold down the trigger
Excellent.
and see if I can. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, in this reality, that sounds absolutely reasonable. So you start sort of mowing through
Yeah,
the
let's say I did that, but I didn't. I just basically shoot everything
You
except.
shoot the church.
Yeah.
So bits of the church start to fly off and fly into the blackness, and the roof starts to sort of, like as if gravity's above, sort of cave in and fall away and suck out. And,
Oh, no.
And as if the church is decompressing into space. So let's give me a couple. I'll give you a couple of parishioners at you.
Okay.
It's a critical fail and 1 success. So the 1 success lashes onto your head for 60 points damage.
Oh, why is it you that always gets hit with this?
So you need to track your hit points on the
hazing
spaceship,
ritual.
and each time you appear in the church, you'll go from.
Oh,
4
I
hit
thought it
points.
resets. Yeah.
Yeah, so it
Yeah,
resets
yeah.
in the church, but
Yeah.
in the spaceship,
Yeah.
it
Oh, good point.
persists.
Okay. Yep.
But not in the library. The library is real.
You just what did you do?
Shot and killed the
Priest.
The
priest.
priest. That's right. So behind you, the two groomsmen attack you successfully and successfully. Whoa, 7 and 8 hit points of damage from behind.
I'm 1.
You're 1. Okay, so you're still alive. The top of the church is decompressing.
I'm unconscious.
You're unconscious. The floorboards start to pop away one by one, and the pews are falling into non-existence. What do you do?
I dive into the non-existence.
Excellent. You have one guy attached to your head. Is that right?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So one guy. Okay. So give me what sort of strength would this
I've got
be?
a grapple.
It's a
Yeah.
active. So it's his thing.
So maybe you're
against
gonna
us.
grab him and
Oh, yeah.
leap in. Yeah. Do a grapple. That's
Grapple?
a great idea.
Yes.
Yes.
Crystal.
So you grab this guy and you leap off into the void. Sort of all the air is sucked away from you, and your head sort of twists and your body goes.
And your neck.
and you're back in the library, and you don't die. Your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna triple backflip through that thing.
Yeah, so you see him die. It's an incredible image. This church sort of, Inception-like, unfolding, disappearing. You're free, aren't you?
Yeah.
So you just bolt down the aisle, and
I triple
leap.
backflip.
You triple back.
Yeah.
Well, it's your wedding day. You're very happy.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
And you're in.
I'm escaping my wedding day,
That's
actually.
right.
I'm
Makes you even
extremely
happier.
It's a sickening feeling indeed, falling into nothingness and expanding out to the size of
Yeah.
the universe and then slapping back together. But you do find yourself standing just in that same instant in the library.
And then my head is kind of the other
Yeah, it's
direction.
like,
Yeah.
"Pling." And
I knocked unconscious.
you're knocked unconscious. They twist your head with their tentacles, doing a
What are you
total.
even rolling?
Yeah, a total of 27 hit points of damage.
Oh.
There's a sickening crack which no one's there to hear what Boris's head sound like when it comes off.
Does it really make a sound?
Doesn't
If
make
there's
a
no one
sound.
there
That's
to
right.
hear
His head pops off. Make us a sanity roll as you die. a horrific
Okay,
death.
cool. This is easy.
If a Russian gets his head pulled off in an imaginary spaceship, does anybody hear it?
Oh!
Natural critical failure.
No, that's
No.
critical
Failure. 0, 0, 0, 0.
Is-
Oh!
Is that 100 or?
It's 100.
That's 100.
Yeah.
So it's a critical failure. So I'll go 1d8. That's
Yeah.
So here's some sanity points being lost.
2.
Ah. Fantastic. And let's take a break there.
Yeah.